Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. Watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new REV'IT Westport Overshirt, available at RevZilla.com. New for the spring of 16, this is the Westport. They call it an overshirt. Anthony Bucci calls it a jacket. I look at this and I say this is a big, beefy step forward over something like the REV'IT Tracer, which in my opinion is a lightweight overshirt. If we look at this, this looks like a shirt, but it has light insulation. It has a full armor set. It is an 11-ounce waxed Cordura Denim. In my opinion, you can rock this as a jacket, and that's what I dig about it. Now, if we look at it, one color available, it's got this dark blue coloring, and you see the quilting. It's just a very, very nice take on what some other manufacturers are building for their city collections, but in my opinion are doing in a less sophisticated manner. Now, briefly, if we look at it, I called out light thermal, I called out a full Seesmart armor set, CE level 1. It is a soft, flexible armor. And again, the thermal's not removable. So when we think seasonality on this bad boy, you're thinking fall and spring. You can open it up, get some airflow in it. You could rock into the winter. You're gonna get cold, but for temperate season riding, you know, I think about the SoCal guys, you could probably wear this for season. But for the rest of it, it's gonna be more mild weather riding, but it's got a great and distinct style to it. Now, if we think about sizing, high fashion Brian, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not letting it die in 17. High fashion Brian to my left, 6 foot 195, 42-inch chest. He's wearing a size large. And there's really only one gripe that we have with this jacket, and that is that Brian is athletic, Amy sends him to the gym, and these arms are a little bit narrow. So depending on how bulky you are in the arms, you might need a little bit more extra room, but again, that's gonna be feel, and that's gonna be dependent on how you're built. It is what we would call REV'IT's typical European cut, but maybe with the hipster arm build. We'll just leave it at that. Now, use a size chart, which is free over 39 bucks. I will say that large, for Brian's fame, typically is within the realm of what we see from REV'IT. And as always, I love you. Click our logo, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback on the new REV'IT Westport overshirt / jacket. Now, some of the other features here, as REV'IT does so well. I'm gonna start with the front. If we look at the collar, notice the collars have snap downs, and you don't see the rivet, but it keeps it in place if you're riding. It's not gonna flap around or get tangled in your beard. Oh, look, you trimmed it up for me today, high fashion. If we also pop that back open, you're gonna see that the snap, if you have it all the way up, if you're riding in a little bit of a colder weather scenario, you can really close things up and eliminate the airflow. Now, as we work our way down the front, you're going to see I'm gonna open it up one more time. That's the third time I'm popping that collar in this video. No, not like Vineyard Vines way, just popping the collar to get the snap out. If we open it up, it is the belt and suspenders of jackets, which are going to be buttons and zips. If we look at it, nice big premium pull with a premium city collection pull from REV'IT, and you do have the buttons, or really they're snaps. I don't want to call them buttons. Buttons are buttons. These are snaps. They are metallic. They have that brass hardware. They have the REV'IT logo on them very, very subtly. REV'IT does a great job at toning down the logoing on city collection pieces that really are meant for on or off the bike style. Now, pocket design, 2 cigarette pockets at the top. We're just calling them that today. And if you move your way down, you do have hand warmers, and that is typically what they're called, down here along the sides. And if High Vis Brian raises his arm, you're gonna see, and as I touch his arm there, and you see like how I would interact with this and just the hand on it, it's a dry waxing. So remember, it's Cordura Denim in the exterior, which means it is going to be a Cordura infused denim that's stronger than your typical 11-ounce denim, but it has a light or dry waxing to it. We definitely have some gear at RevZilla.com. If you want that shiny, heavy, almost wet to the touch wax, you can find that. This is not that though. This is just a subtle waxing, and that waxing gives it a little bit of that texture, but it also gives a nice water repellency from the outside, while this is not a waterproof jacket. If we look at the way the sleeves are done, there we go. It's a lateral side button. Very, very simple. Again, depending on the gloves that you're wearing, REV'IT knows that if you're rocking this style, you're probably not going overly technical. Again, no zipper incorporated there. And High Vis Brian, turn to face that way for me. What I really like about this jacket is you can't see it as well, but if you come in really tight, triple stitching on your impact areas. And remember, shoulder and elbow are gonna have power shell lining behind it in your impact areas, and that's gonna be a beefed up material giving you better impact and abrasion resistance. That's something like the Tracer, which is this baby brother here to the Westport, isn't going to have. And that's why I consider this more in the jacket family, where the Tracer's more of a classic moto shirt. Now, gusset in the back, put your arm forward like you're reaching for the bars. There you go. You're gonna see how that works. A nice clean line down the side. It has, again, the style isn't betrayed by the technicality. It all works nicely together. Put your arm back down. And remember, you can remove the Seesmart armor, which is CE level 1. He has it in though, and you can see it's not adding a ton of bulk, so it doesn't throw off the line of this jacket. elbow as well, Seesmart, that it goes all the way down to the forearm. Turn backwards for me now, Brian. Now my other gripe with this jacket, and I really only have a couple here, I really dig this. I already called REV'IT and I said, listen, I'm stealing the sample, you're not getting it back. The other gripe is that this long vertical piece of reflective, you may or may not like it. It depends on if you want it or not. And again, it might be something that doesn't bug you, it might bug you a lot depending on how much style you're going after here. They could do a horizontal piece that almost lives right under the collar there, and I think they'd serve the same purpose of giving you that pop of reflectivity for nighttime riding. Now, back protection, Seesoft Type RV, you can add it later. I will tell you for the line of this coat, if you put a back protector in, it is going to show through. It is a thin coat. So again, you're going to throw off the clean lines of it, but that's your call depending on how hardcore you're riding. If you turn this way, stop right there before I bring you around. One of the cool things that REV'IT's done is, again, City Collection, the minimization of branding. This is a patch on Velcro. It's the REV'IT logo. I love the REV'IT logo. It's a little triangle. It's like people joining hands. It's awesome. It's Dutch. But if you don't want it, you can put like a big thumbs up. So if I have this jacket, I'm just getting a thumbs up on a patch. And we're just going to call it a day. Either that or Ric Flair. Here, come back around to the front for me. So Brian, open it up. One more aha moment. We'll give you a quick shot of the inside. When we first looked at this coat, we were concerned about Dainese losing their patent on Dynaflage, which is their famous Dainese camouflage. Apparently REV'IT has decided to put it on the interior of coats. I don't know if it's a spite move. I'll let the Italians and the Dutch duke it out. Either way, I think it works on this jacket. Notice that on the inside here, you do have some basic pockets. And if you move up here towards the collar, the inside of this collar is not going to be fleece lined. It's going to carry the style over. It's going to be that Cordura Denim. So if you're the type of person that's really, really sensitive about abrasion around your collar, or again, wants a soft material, this isn't going to do that for you. Again, interior materials, this material here that's this geometric camouflage is going to be super, super soft. But again, that Cordura Denim has a little bit of a bite and a little bit of a waxing to it. Go that way. Notice the Napoleon pocket on the inside as well. Remember, there's a light thermal element, but the thermal, nothing is removable on the inside of this jacket. There's no vest. There's no waterproof liner. Again, it's really a standalone piece. Thank you, good sir. Now, the next step in your journey is to click the info button, your desktop, your mobile device. Visit the product detail page for the REV'IT Westport. Read other rider reviews. You should not just take my word for it. As always, we're going to ship free over $39. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Stay up to date with our opinion on the latest and greatest in the moto universe, as well as high-vis Brian's style choices as the seasons roll on. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.